Pushback failure, aircraft appears to not have any steerable gears.
I am ready for electrical power up procedure.
Hi Rob, yeah, early. It was such a spur of the moment idea to stream. Thank you for joining. Yeah, this came up. This is my F-Oil Lab Cessna 172 that wants to update now, which I did not really bargain on. So I'm just letting that finish and then we can get into the Zibo. Looks like it's quite quick. Hello Owen. Oh, here we are.
Hello Cap.
Hello
Nice
Linda.
to see you again. Don't forget to start the A cars.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me. Let me press my start button. Anyway, gents, there's nothing special about this stream. It's just me flying and tagging you guys along if you feel like it. And I'm just continuing my Australia-New Zealand tour. This is a 2-hour flight apparently, so a bit longer than usual, but I've got a buddy Coke here with me, so I've got something to drink, and I'm just going to take it easy, you know, be lazy on this evening. I hope you guys got 7.3. I'm sorry I released mine way after Zibo did his, but I had to go to the hospital to check my dad, and it's okay, so I'm home now and I can rest and do something I want to do. That's about it. It's very early morning here. We're flying real time, so it's just after 5 a.m. here, local.
Ground flight deck shows it is connected and starting refueling.
No, this is not a test. I did my test run yesterday, and then remember this morning I did another quick flight, and the two of them constituted the test flights, really. So that's why he released it. He was happy to let it go. So he released it my time. I think we're an hour ahead of you. 6:50 p.m. and that's when I was on my way to the hospital, so I couldn't release it, and I sent him a message, I'll do mine later, which I did.
Sure, you got your plan there. Give me a call through the menu when you're ready to go.
How's it, Alex? take care of it, so we can stay there. How's it, Dave? Yeah, strange, eh? 1016. You can't keep a good thing down, man. Just repeats, so here we are again. It was a funny little look there. Yeah.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Hello, Nico.
Hello, Laurie. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just trying 7.3.
Okay.
So far, so good. Had a very nice takeoff.
Good, good.
Guys, the leader's on board.
Yeah, Dave, speaking of the jar design stuff, Laurie, I know you've also got some. I haven't spoken to you, Janie, again after the release of 12.08 X-Plane, but he said he was just waiting for that and then he'll update all the planes. So I must actually follow up with him and ask him how far he is, because I know a lot of people are waiting for the updates now.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice because I found that 340, 500 quite difficult to fly, actually.
Yes. Oh, no, we need to get those updates. Right, so packs, isolation valve, leads.
Are you doing a flight with 7.3 as well?
Yes, yeah. I'll have to ask him, Dave. Goeienaand, Damper, welkom. Okay, temperature is rising.
Captain, passengers are asking for a cozier temperature.
My friend, if you would just be patient, you will get it. I promise. It's busy increasing the temperature now. Amazing all these small little things you learn. You know, I mean, when in my life did I ever have to worry about temperature, and all of a sudden here comes Antonio with his little script, and now I've got to worry about temperature in the cabin. Ah!
I must load that script.
It's cool. It's actually nice. Well, currently the outside temperature at 5 in the morning is only 10 degrees. And if you understand how us folks here in the Southern Hemisphere work, anything below 20 is freezing for us. Promise you. We're not used to temperatures under 20. You know, we do anything between 25 and 35 on a good day. And, you know, on a bad day, it goes below 20 and above 35. But, you know, that's cozy for us. It's right there in the middle. Anything below 20 means it's jersey or windbreaker time. You know, you need to go put some padding on. Hey, Laurie.
Yeah, absolutely. The moment the temperature starts to get below 18.
All right, we've got everyone to
Yeah.
report.
Stay.
Let us know if you need anything.
Oh, then it's really bloody nippy. Yeah, you really go, no. Anyway, there we go. I'm happy. Trish is happy. She's done her thing. So,
Ground to cockpit. Toast driving up right now.
and beacon goes on before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Thank you, my dear.
Forward boarding door has been closed. Once again, we're doing all passengers to remain seated at this time. Please double check the security of your seatbelt. All electronic devices will need to be turned off and put away at this time. This does include all cellular phone situations.
Before start procedure complete.
Thanks. Thank you, Linda.
Ready for pre-flight procedure. Ready for before start checklist.
Alright, all
Trim
doors
down.
and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
What did you do? What did you say?
Trim down.
Okay, so you know about it. Interesting. Into Tunis once, 45 degrees average. Warmest day was 52. Oh my goodness. I can handle it for a short while. I mean, if you go to Palabora or one of these places, you get the high 40s and 50s easy. But I can handle it for a short while, then I need either a fan or an air conditioner. And I also just go, oh, no, that's
So
just a bit
connected and
much.
bypass pin inserted. Release the parking brake when you're ready. Alright, starting the pushback, and you may spool them. Clear
You
to
see,
start
the
engine.
humidity, yeah, that's the big factor. If it's very humid, you're going to die. Yeah, but the humidity. Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine. N2.
And there goes the fuel.
Starter cutout.
Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
Alright, mate. Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Brake set.
Alright, mate. Disconnecting toes. Stand by.
Thank you.
N2.
Captain, passengers are asking for a cozier temperature.
Way, way. You'll get it just now, man. With the horses.
Starter cutout. Engine start procedure complete.
Before taxi procedure.
Before taxi procedure. Ready for before taxi procedure. Flaps 5 set.
Toes disconnected, bypass pin, yeah, it's removed. I'll give you a thumbs up on the right and catch you next time. Have a safe flight.
Before taxi procedure complete. I am ready for before taxi checklist.
I've got a good idea. I'm not going to worry about that checklist. We know everything is done. Sun.
Taxi lights on.
Negative Dave. That only happens in the US apparently. Depends on who's on the stream. Sometimes I switch it on, sometimes I don't. But I think the consensus is it's in the US. There are some airports here that have got ground radar, you know, where it is required and all, but I think in main SOPs it's usually just not happening. And when we fly on IVAO, they don't like it. They don't want you to have it on when you're on the ground, unless of course it's somebody that knows that the airport has it, and then they don't care. So it's one of those silly things, you know. Hello, Jacob. Have you flown 7.3 yet? Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure.
Cool. So here comes the transponder now. It's all part of this pre-takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure complete. Ready for before
Got the
takeoff
flaps,
checklist.
all those things. Yes, it is, Dave. It's available. It's in torrent as well. Yeah, I'm just checking. I think everything is done. Let's go.
Approaching 30.
Where are you flying, Lori? I've just noticed I set 042, that's the approach heading. I didn't set my runway heading here. I'll fix it now.
2.
I'm doing that flight you did the other day from St. Louis Lambert to Detroit.
Okay. There we go, let's fix that. Put on the forum, Jacob, you know what to do. When it comes to things like that, I think it's important for Zibo to get the feedback and put your photos and videos and stuff on the forum, man.
Cabin crew, take your seats.
It should be,
prepare for
but
takeoff.
remember the whole process now, right? A lot of things have changed. and the one thing could have an influence on the other thing, etc., etc. Because I mean, if you go through the evolution, this is why I said you need to keep close to development. If you go through the whole evolution with us, you'll know there are times that these things are spot on, they're 100%. And then one change just puts everything out of balance again. And then that's why we tweak. That's why we have to test and tweak until we get it right again. So you have to always keep that in mind. Once you're in the rhythm, you know, in the cycle with us, in the rhythm,
Runway
you'll pick up
30 confirmed.
very quickly how it works, how Zibo
On runway 30.
and how we then do our testing and all our things. It's not that difficult, but it's strange when you're not used to it.
Stabilized.
Okay, yeah, well, it's no point if it's not fun, so do it when you're happy. Toga, let's go.
Horizontal stabilizer trimmer not set for takeoff.
I told you, and you didn't want to listen to me.
Takeoff thrust set. Trim down.
Yeah, you didn't want to listen to me.
Throttle hold.
Told you twice to do it, but you were clever.
V1. Rotate.
Oh, that's
great.
lovely.
Acceleration altitude.
Yes, yeah, I was saying, it's no point in doing something when you're tired and when you're not having fun, because then you usually, you know, do it like with the crowd. So relax. You feel better, you go and you do the test again. I go through the same stories, man. Sometimes we just get tired. It just happens. Dave, yes. Sensitivities,
Flaps
all
one
the
set.
balls need to be on the left-hand side. Okay, and so you must not augment the sensitivity in the slightest. It must all be on the left.
Flaps up and set.
God, I'm not sure what you're talking about 3D that he's worked on. Let me give an example. I'm not sure what you mean, in all honesty. Yeah, it's cool, eh? Yeah, Zibo doesn't really do 3D modeling. That is where Yeri comes in. J-Brick, his handle is J-Brick. He's more responsible for 3D modeling. You know, some of the instruments and some of the components and stuff. Yeri sits and he makes the 3D modeling and stuff. You know, the ground crew that I have outside, that's all Yeri's work. I think in all the time I've worked with Zibo, I might know of 1 or 2 things that he's quickly modeled that he had to just fix, but he doesn't really do the modeling. Hi Wycliffe. Excellent, excellent. I did probably for only the 2nd time in my life last night. I put one of my old streams on my big HD TV downstairs just to see what it's like when all you guys tell me you watch on big screens, because I always sit here and I just watch it on the 23-inch in front of me. It was nice last night. I've got a bigger screen downstairs, you know, it's nice to see it.
Switches off.
Jacob, I can't see what you're saying because that stupid heart is at the bottom right there in your text. So when somebody texts again and it moves up, I can read what you're actually saying. "3D model is hard." Oh, okay, there you go. See, now I can see. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. I tried my hand at 3D modeling many years ago with Jorge when he was still here, because he used to model some of the stuff in here as well. Okay, and he got me into Blender, and I started doing all the Blender tutorials and stuff. And then I watched him. I sat for hours and days, weeks, months watching Jorge. And for instance, the one thing that we did together was the air starter unit. And if you go outside and you look at the air starter unit, you'll see there's a little sticker that says Skymatix was here. You'll see it on the air starter, and little Easter egg there. And I watched him do the modeling on the de-icing trucks and all the piping and everything that was supposed to go into this ASU and things. And I tell you what, he really impressed me. He had a good talent. He had an amazing talent, that guy. I had so much respect for him. I still have much respect for him for his talent. You know, how he 3D modeled the stuff here. And on the 700 and so on. I mean, he made pretty nice stuff for the 700 as well. And we had the the Honeywell MCP in the 700. And it was never implemented. And he made that as well. It was cool. But I fell out of the bus. I didn't have the same talent. I didn't have the same patience, and it just got a little bit too much. You know, when I watch him work, because he doesn't only use, or did not only use Blender. Yeah, he used some other pretty bloody expensive software as well. And it's not me. You know, one day when I'm retired, maybe, but not now. Hello, Rob. Yeah, you guys grab 7.3. Well, God, if you want them to pay attention to it, go onto the forum and request it, you know, make a note of it, and then we'll see. I don't know what Yuri is busy doing in the real world, but if he's got time, maybe he can play around with it. Yeah, so you're not going to know until you ask, eh? The funny thing in the Zibo development that you guys must always remember, just because you ask and you don't see something happen doesn't mean it is not noted. It doesn't mean that it won't come. It can take a year or so. Trust me, I know. Even some of the stuff I've asked Zibo to do, it took him like a year to get to. But I know it's there. He knows about it. You know, when he gets into that side of the cycle of the development, he does things. And if Yuri helps, it's quicker. Yeah, you'll have to ask them, Jacob. No idea. I think one of the barriers to entry into that market is finding the factory that will manufacture it. So let's say we get the best guy in the world. He now designs the ultimate, the perfect yoke, the perfect throttle. You know, he designs the perfect pedals, right? So he's now done the 3D modeling. The big challenge is, where do you find a factory that can make it cost effectively, that you can sell it at a profit? Because who does any work without profit? Nobody works for free. It's only us, yeah, you know, in the Zibo team, because it's our hobby and we share it with you guys. So, but it's not without cost. I mean, I put money into this project every month, physical money, okay, for things that needs to happen. Those torrent servers are not free, okay, to give one example, okay. So, I mean, it's, you guys get this as a free product, but the cost to us is not free. It takes our time, it takes some of our money, it takes effort, it takes, you know, things, our expertise, but effectively you get it for free. Now if you sell hardware, there's no trade-off like that. There's nothing like that that can happen. So typically what happens is, you get on an aircraft, you fly to China, you go walk around all these factories, you know, maybe obviously you'll start with a bit of internet investigation first. You can't just rock up there and say, hey, I want this. You obviously need to know who you're going to see. You know, spend the money. It's going to cost you a couple of $1,000s. Now you get to China, you meet all these guys. From the 10 companies that you book to see during the week that you are there, 3 of them might be worthwhile. The other 7, you walk into the door and you immediately see, nope, ain't gonna work. You know, you just get the wrong vibe, you don't like what you see, whatever, right? These 3 companies that you do like, they come up with proposals. Now you have to negotiate, you know, to and fro, how do you say that, right? So they say they want $500 per yoke. You know, you're not going to sell it at 500. The people are already complaining at 250. So now you compromise. Now you use lesser good, terrible components, stupid cables that break after 3 months of use, like we have with this one I'm using, you know, because you had to cut costs. And then it becomes a problem, because now your users are now furious at you. They spent $250 on the product. They expected this thing to last at least 5 years, and it lasted 3 months, and then you started getting problems. The pods wear out after 2 years, the cables break after 3 months. You know, shit happens. And this is where the problem comes in when you want to get into this game, okay? You have to have a couple of bucks spare that you can spend on the research and development. You have to have bucks to travel. You have to have bucks to buy components, to make sure that you've got stock, all those things. It's not that easy. So you can have the best designer in the world make the best product, but at $500 versus $250, you're not going to sell as many products, and you're going to have a problem. And it's not because you don't have a good product at $500. It's because it's, you know, marketing, yeah, shipping, all those things you mentioned there. There are so many things that can go wrong. And I mean, I'm sitting here with product that is marvelous, you know, in my real world business, and I've got 2 units of this particular product I haven't been able to sell since April. So now it's dead stock. It's cost me 40,000 Rand to buy these 2 units. They're standing in my garage. Nobody wants to buy them because some other idiot in the industry went to the same factory, bought the same system. How he did it, I don't know. He's selling it at 5,000-6,000 Rand per unit cheaper than I'm selling it. So there's my stock is dead. You see, so yes, it's just not easy. It's not easy in the real world. Yeah, there's not a huge market left. A couple of guys have cornered the market, really, Alex. And every now and then I see a new startup. There was a guy the other day that started doing MCPs, you know. Good luck to him. You know, I'm not going to venture into stuff like that. Yeah, and if you talk about limited production, I mean, the factory, the supplier in China is going to cost you X if you buy 10,000 units. It's going to cost you X times 2 if you buy 5,000 units. It becomes more expensive because it's less. If you buy 20,000 units, they're going to give you X minus Y, you know, and then you get discounts, and it's then up to you how much stock you want to buy. Yeah. Hello, Neil. You see Jacob? Yeah. So anyway, I've spoken a lot now. I'm even sitting here chewing on chewing gum just to get you know, all the words out. But yeah, real world, it's always the question of reality versus expectation. You know, you can have the best dream in the world if you can't finance it, and if you don't have somebody to buy it at the end, it's not worth it. Exactly, Jacob. Dave, the simple answer from my side, I can't speak on Zibo's behalf, but the simple answer on my side is I can always do with more, but yes, we cover the costs, okay? The first portion of the answer is just, it's a nice to have, but no, I mean, the community donates enough to me to cover costs, okay? I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't so, you know, so I do put some of my own money in, and when I get a nice donation, and a couple of guys made pretty decent donations in the last, let's say, 30 days, you know, so I know I'm good for another month or two, you know, so we're good. We made it. We can do it.
Good evening.
Hello. How are you, Sebastian?
Thousand to level off.
Can you hear me, Sebastian? Uncle John, I see you are here too.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're in here. I wasn't expecting it.
I sent you a message.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate being in the dark box when I get this story from your side. I didn't tell you, so I made sure I sent you a message.
Yeah, well, because I had no sleep last night, I was up early. I dropped off on the settee for an hour.
Okay, gotcha. Are you feeling better now?
Yeah, I need to sleep all night now because I'm away at 6 in the morning.
Oh yeah.
You're not streaming, are you?
I am. I'm live on YouTube.
But you're not streaming in Discord.
Oh no, I'm not. Not yet.
That's what confused me.
Now I ease.
Thank you.
Ask and you'll receive.
Now I'm going to have a lazy microphone.
Yeah, the moment that stream goes on, I hear your microphone. But at least I know now, sir. So I won't be fighting with you anymore.
Okay, thank you.
Santa just brought me a new present. I finally received my TCA yoke pack.
Oh, nice. Alex van der Pas, I just got your message. Amazing, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you too, huh? Anyways, guys, we're probably going to say Merry Christmas plenty more times until we get to Christmas Day, but you know, it goes for everybody. We'll repeat it every stream a few times. I hope you guys have a good Christmas. Yeah, Alex, thank you very much, man. Much appreciated.
So Nico, did you review the CG thing from last night?
What do you mean review?
Well, the when you were shifting the CG weight around, a couple of things went wrong.
No, I didn't. I forgot about it. Listen, now I went to see my dad in hospital. Okay, so Zibo released the Zibo mod just before I went to see my dad, right? So I was pressed for time. And when I came back, I immediately started the planning of the stream, you know? So I'll have to go back and really go and scrutinize it and play around with it a little bit, because I accept your point 1 and 2 easy. That is true. But I don't see how the aircraft will change from a 160 to a 189 seater and back. You know, that kind of puzzles me. So I need to go see what you saw, why you interpreted that way, and why I didn't see it. You know, so that's puzzling me quite a bit.
Okay, what I saw is after you loaded your flight plan, you had 166 passengers, all in adults.
Okay.
Then when you went to change the 1.6, 16 something tons for total payload,
it redistributed.
Yeah, redistribute everything, but it it made it come up to 189.
Yeah, you see, okay, now I understand what you mean. All right, so I'll have to speak to Zibo about it, because I would think, this is just me and my stupidity, that it should distribute the same way. But I see what you mean. Yeah, it just means that it gave different weights in different places in the aircraft. You know, just it distributed it differently. So the total payload still remained the same, and that still means it still means that there's a calculation fault, definitely. Then there's no doubt there's definitely a calculation fault there. So I'll have to show him. Definitely.
Very good then.
Yeah, thank you. Righto, so we're leaving Tasmania behind now. I must be honest with you, I didn't know it was this big. I thought the island was much smaller. We've been flying and flying the whole time just over it. Now we're only going over the sea. Wow, that surprised me a bit. Jacob, what you need to do is you need to come sometime tomorrow or so, and then you need to come and see. Then I'll show you the whole planning. I do the flight planning. I do the, well, I first choose the flight, then I do the flight planning in desktop charts, then I do the whole transaction in the VA with SimBrief, so I dispatch it. Then I go into YouTube and I start setting up everything in the studio so that it gets the right information and do the right thing for us. And then I publish it, and you know, there's a whole process that I go through. So I need anywhere between 20 minutes and 30 minutes before the stream starts to really get going. Okay, gents, ads. Okay, so some of the cars are getting ads now. I just noticed the notice too late. I couldn't do anything about it. Google wants to make money. Just as I went into my studio, I saw that there goes the notice. I've noticed, but strangely enough, uBlock Origin still works in Firefox. So I use all of them, all three of the browsers. My Edge is set up for my flight simming. My Chrome is set up for my business. And my Firefox is just my horsing around one. It's somewhere in the middle between the two, right? And strangely enough, the ad blockers doesn't give me an issue there yet. But in Edge and in Chrome, if I run the ad blocker, it tells me I can watch 3 videos and then it switches the player off. Then I have to close the browser, reopen it, and the only alternative is to switch off the ad blocker or to go Google Premium. That's how they do it now. Yeah, obviously, Jacob, I mean, the one nice thing, let me show you here, while we're talking about it, we might as well show you. So let's quickly go to STKP and let's move this thing to a better place on the screen. Oops, wrong button. Let me just move it quickly. Right. So, obviously, your consideration is with the winds, right? And you need to always land or take off into the wind. But then secondary, you also have the SOP at the airport. So I just simply, I go to the charts and I start reading. You know, if you, that's not it. Okay, this one doesn't have it. There's no SOP here. But usually under taxi, you know, you'll find all the information you need, and they'll tell you which runways are preferred, what times they are preferred, what the wind components are. You know, so I read through these things as well, because it's no point in just flying there or just working on this. I mean, if you simply work on the winds, which is basically what SimBrief does, there's a 50-50 chance you're going to land on the wrong runway, and you're going to upset somebody if you're flying online that actually did the homework, you know. So it's very important. And with Navigraph desktop charts, by clicking there, it's easy enough to also get the METARs and to get everything set up in place, you know. And then I use all the information available to also go and to set up my ISA deviation calculator and things like that. So, you know, there's a whole bunch of things you go through, and I mean, eventually at the end of the day, you want to look at your whole plan and you want to see, there's your SID, the SID is working. You want to see the star, is the star working? One of the things I picked up earlier, I picked the wrong star, so it was actually going into final approach, and I had to go and find the correct star. Now I'm sitting with a little bit of a gap, which is taken care of already, but it's there, you know. So literally it takes between 20 and 30 minutes to do the proper planning, get the weather, check everything, make sure that, you know, it's there, and then you go and start your simulator and get going. Opera. Yes, I haven't used Opera in a long time. I used to love using Opera as a browser, and then one day they gave me issues, and now I can't even remember what it was, but it was flight simming. My Opera browser was set up as my flight sim browser. Everything I had to do with flight simming everything was in it, and then one day I couldn't do something anymore. It blocked me, it stopped me. That's why I went to Edge. Yeah, well, Chrome, and, you know, it belongs to Google. Google, you can see the way they treat us streamers now as well. I mean, we have to decide, you know, whether we want conservative, moderate, or aggressive advertising during the stream. And the only good thing about it is sometimes I get the notice and I can stop it, and some other times I can't, but it only puts the ads out to certain users. It's not all the users all the time. So it's not, you know, I mean, we're 26 guys watching now, you know, it's not all 26 that get the ad, it's only few guys. I'm completely off Twitch. I used to love streaming on Twitch, and I had this whole thing about Twitch, but YouTube just took over. Oh, that is so annoying. Sorry, Alex. Hopefully, if you go and rewind, it will then skip the ad. You know, that you don't get the ad at the same time. That's actually a good test. Maybe try that. Damn it. You see, I can understand if they want to run ads when it's not important, but it's like they've got this uncanny way of putting ads in when people want to try and listen to something. Yeah. This is a long flight, guys. I don't expect you guys to stick around the whole time. Just mentioning that. You can come and go as you please. I actually think I want to go and make some coffee now, because if I look at this, another 310 nautical miles to go, man. It's literally another hour to go before we land. We might as well go grab coffee. Exactly, Alex. And €15 for us, we have to multiply it by something like 23. That's what we have to pay. I mean, it's unbelievably expensive. It ain't gonna happen. Anyway, okay, let's go grab coffee, gents. I'll be back soon. Thank you, Anthony. I'm back. Sorry, I had a quick chat with my wife downstairs. She wants to go sleep, so I blessed her good night. And I've got my coffee and my cookies. I think I can make it. You should be able to hear me now, Rob. I'm eating my cookies, so I'm trying not to chew in your ears. That's why I just muted myself again. Yeah, I noticed that earlier. I'm not sure what that's all about, that little kink in that magenta line there in front. No worries, Rob. No. Don't ever be shy to ask or to say something on stream, man. We're all friends here.
Nearly falling asleep here, boys. I'm trying to watch TV and my eyes are going.
Well, then at least you won't have insomnia tonight, eh?
Hopefully not. I tell you, the usual 5-6 hours sleep is what I normally get. We've been out most of the day visiting friends and and having something to eat in the city, so just been watching a bit of TV and got you on in the back.
Cool.
I thought you was going out this evening anyway, Nick.
I did. I went to see my dad quickly at the hospital, but he was asleep, so I didn't stay long. I was there maybe 20 minutes.
Okay, is he poorly?
Is he sorry? Poorly?
Poorly, not well.
Yes, yeah. He's been in and out of hospital for over a month now.
That's probably in the best place for him.
That's debatable, actually, but I'll speak to you off stream about something like that, you know, because it might get heated.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, Scotsman, talk later.
I did want to ask you, so I'm just looking at all your call signs. Do you only get those if you're on IVAO?
No, the call signs is because of the VA. We basically each use our VA account number, you know, as the call sign. So it's TIX001 for me, and the other guys, you know, like Sebastian upstairs is 332 and Uncle John is 47. So it comes from the VA. Because we do group flights, Wycliffe, it's just easier, so we don't... I mean, we had it in the beginning where everybody choose their own call signs, and truth Bob, 2 or 3 guys would choose the same call sign for that day, you know, and we said, let's make it easy. Use your...
Yeah, I'd love to I'd love to join you on a group flight, but you only fly on IVAO though, don't you?
Yeah, we tried a few times, at least 4 times now, to do it on Watson. And all the guys that tell me, listen, we want to fly with you on Watson, they just never pitch up. And the same guys that fly on IVAO is the same guys that go fly with me on Watson. So unless we really get a whole proper group going, there's no point in going to Watson, because all our affiliations and everything we do is with IVAO. Everything is done this side.
I'll have to reactivate my account then with IVAO, and then I can come and join you on a at least.
Yeah, that'll be nice. That would be nice. I have no idea what this is about. Sorry, Michael, go ahead.
No, I was just going to tell you, have a look at IVAO now and try and figure out what my account is.
What do you save this thing on? Show Zibo. Zibo, if you're watching, just give me a thumbs up here in the background. If you're not watching, I'll send you. Thank you, Scotsman. That is so strange. We'll see what happens when we get there. Umur, rudder fixed. I have no idea what was wrong with the rudder. I didn't have any issue with the rudder. Sorry about that, but you'll have to explain. I have no idea what happened on your side.
I think enjoy your flight.
Thanks, Laurie. Have a good evening. Sleep tight. No, you'll have to ask Twixter about that one. Just put a comment on the forum and ask him. He said to me he was working on it, but I don't know if he's done with it. guys see the very slight oscillation there? It's not much, but it's noticeable.
Nico, you there?
Yes.
Yeah, which altitude would I need? Is it just altitude for Windows?
Yes. That's all you need.
Ah, yeah, got it. Right, explain. Yeah, my account is still active. I just logged into IVAO, and so I got my membership number and everything.
They don't block your account. What they do is you'll see on your account page, I think it's on the right hand, the last time I looked at it, there it's talking about the activeness of the account. So if you can't log in, you just need to click the button there. It's just one button, you click and then you wait 5 minutes and then it's active on the network again. So if they've made you dormant, you still have your account, everything is fine. You just have to click that button to reactivate it, you know, wake it up basically. I haven't been in that page in a long time. True, Teropa. Tero, they'll do that. I see you made the comment there on Discord. I was away making coffee and speaking to my wife when you started chatting there, so I just picked up late on it. See here, I now have 2,457 hours on my way. think this is probably the issue. The Dukes is in twice. So the one is a bypass. So let's do this. Let's just go there and execute.
Ready for descent
There you
procedure.
go, problem solved. The two Dukes were on top of each other and the FMC recognized it will miss one of them as if it could, you know. And that's why we had the little mistake. I'm glad I came to look here. There you go, problem solved on that one.
Takeoff was great. We will see your landing.
Right, so I've switched off the weather. Let's see what weather influence we have on that oscillation, if any. It still does it regardless of the weather. It looks like it. Andrew. I did. I just switched it off just before you asked because I wanted to see the effect. So I'm just going to switch it back on. There's the little shutter, so it's going to take a minute or so just to rebuild everything. There we go. So it's independent of weather where that happened, that little oscillation. Tero, are you still here? If you are, Zibo has asked that I fly your route, the one with the 999 discrepancy that you had earlier. And he wants me to check a couple of things. So I'll probably contact you over the weekend sometime, okay? Okay, so yeah, he wants to see it. He wants to see, and we need to explain to him what happened. So, you know, I might have to just do it together. If let's do it this way. I'll stream it like I do now, okay? And then you must just be handy to come and answer the questions or to watch with me, you know, so that you can talk me through things if I miss something or something, you know, so you can be the guide. I'll do the flying and the recording, and Zibo can have a look. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Okay. Santi, that comes from here. Displays. VNAV speed band. There you go. VNAV speed band. See? If I switch it off, it's gone. If I switch it on, it's there. It was a request from Southwest Airways, SWA, and I liked it, so I just kept it. You know, I like flying with it. Jeff, yep, well, good luck with that one. Glad you're making the jump to the Zibo. No, the default's not going to help you. The default's going to confuse you because it doesn't have a real FMC. What you need to do, Jeff, is here on my channel, you need to look, let me find it for you. If you go to the Zibo mod topic specific tutorials, you'll see a basic tutorial for new pilots. I do both the PMDG and the Zibo mod in one video. Go check that video, study it, learn it, and you'll be okay. That's how you're gonna go. That's the easiest way to start and to keep going. But don't touch the default. It's gonna confuse the hell out of you. Even I can't fly the default because it's a weird FMC, man. It's just not real, you know. So this is the real thing. Stick to this one. Anteropa, you're welcome. I noticed your commenting. You're welcome. I mean, we want to help, and you know, we don't always cater for, you know, specific things like that, but when it's big enough, and I think that's big enough, you know, we do it. Why not? And if we have time, why not? So we'll make a plan tomorrow. You're welcome, Santi. You guys must remember the whole Zibo mod. This is the heart. Everything is set here. You must just go read the EFB guide to learn, you know. And I know we don't like learning, or we don't like reading. I think that's a better way of saying it. We don't like reading. But unless you're going to study this thing, you're never going to understand what the Zibo mod is, how it does it, where you find it. It's all in here. The whole thing gets set up in here. You can literally set up any generation of NG, 800 NG, by just switching a couple of switches here. You can go back to 1995 and you can fly like me on the latest and greatest version of the NG. It's all dependent upon you knowing and understanding those settings and setting them correctly for what you want. So it's all there. Always, always there. Santi, again, on my YouTube channel, there is a specific video. You go to Zibo mod topic specific tutorials on page 1. It's the third video. It's called Flight Route on Avitab with Little Nav Map. It's 4.5 minutes and it will teach you how to do this. Easy as that. So if it's not in the EFB, it's on my channel. I'm going to make a slogan like that. Yes, Alex, thank you. Yes, it is. You are 100% correct, Alex. It's nice to have. It's nice to have a point of reference, you know. I mean, there's so many other maps that you can put up, and you can put your Navigraph in there and all. I don't have time for all of that. It just gets too busy, so I do that. Put that map up and I'm happy. Wycliffe, you still awake?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just watching Billy Connolly on TV and installing IVAO at the same time.
Okay, excellent.
No, I'm still here. I'm still here. In fact, I think I'm going to go and get myself a wee dram. It's almost Christmas. I got to get my whiskey out.
Enjoy. And there's land. There is land. We're coming closer. We're gonna make it.
Transition level. Ready for approach checklist.
Wow, Anthony, drive safe, man. That's a bit of a trip you have to do now, eh? Just be careful, eh? Yeah, Santi, Zibo says he's still working on it, but it's a little bit more involved than we thought, eh? It's mega work, that thing.
I'm guessing I need the sim open before I can start IVAO pilot client.
You can start it, but you can't connect, yes. So you have to be basically on the apron in the aircraft, and then click on connect, and then put your credentials and things.
To that, I'm just loading up X-Plane 12 and we'll see where we go.
Then if you want to fly the Skymatix livery, we've got one there for Zibo. You must just make sure to set the 738 as your base MTL, and then the sub model it will be Skymatix, and just go through the list, it's all there.
Yeah, probably sort that out in the morning.
Sure. I will be doing RNP 3.0, well, 0.30. It's getting late, falling over my tongue. 0.3. Are you ready to land, Linda?
Flight attendants, prepare for landing, please.
Thank you.
I'll never understand the issue, but I did a short video 3 days ago talking about the settings, for the joystick and everything, and that video's had 506 views. The day before, a couple of days before that, yesterday I did a takeoff procedure with, auto from VNav, just like 25 minutes, and that's only had 59 views.
Interesting. I've always found on my channel that when we do tutorials, I get way more views than just streaming like this. Way more.
Yeah, same here. I mean, if I look through, I've got over 600 videos on my channel, and the tutorial ones, they just blow up.
Yep.
The most popular one I ever did was a tutorial on a little nav map, which was 6 years ago, that had 18,000 views.
Wow. My most popular one was the Avatab one. Well, I'm lying. It was when Zibo introduced the tablet. It was the EFB introduction video. That one was the most popular one. Everybody wanted to see how it works and how the settings go and all. And I mean, I took it offline the other day because people were still commenting on it and still saying, but I don't have the same setting and things. And I go, it's old. It's like also 5 years old, man. You know, we've moved on. I need to make a new one. But
the flight fact 767 Cold and Dark Start I did. So that was a tutorial. That's got 17,000 views. That's 8 years old, and I still get comments on it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Amazing.
Flaps 1 set. Flaps 5 set.
Radio altimeter.
Level off.
Hello, Peter. Minty Sims, hello. Just noticed your comment. Yeah, Adelaide anyway. I didn't miss much. It wasn't a very eventful flight. It's just me relaxing a little bit.
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for landing. Do we need the landing gear up?
No, we need the landing gear down. And if you touch it, I'm going to whack you.
Flaps 15 set. 30 set. Ready for landing checklist.
Yes, Steve. Right, go around altitude 38. I'll go around altitude value and do that.
Thousand feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Approaching 05.
Cleared to land runway 05.
Approaching decision height.
A bit off center line there.
Minimums 300. $200. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brake up. Reverse unlocked. Auto brake in use.
That was not bad.
I thought it was nice.
Yeah, nice.
60 knots.
Uncle John TV.
Great landing.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna.
You are
Give me a
professional.
call when I get there.
Okay, but your TV is playing on my stream.
No, I don't.
George, the only way I can get better graphics is if I change from AMD graphics to NVIDIA graphics, and that's going to cost me maybe $1,000. I don't know what a 4070 would cost nowadays. So if you're wanting to sponsor, you're welcome. But until then, unfortunately, it is what it is. When I bought my PC, the only graphics cards available to me was AMD. And you know, I had to do what I had to do at my own peril and detriment, unfortunately. So, yeah, there was nothing available in the country at that stage. And the sad thing is, like 2 days after I bought, and I mean, I do blame the salesman for it because he was a liar. He cheated me. You know, 2 days after I bought, all of a sudden there was stock, and so I feel a little bit let down by the idiot there. Anyway, it's what it is.
I'm sure I'll give you a call when I get there.
Okay, no, that's fine, Uncle John. I understand now what you mean. It's fine. Drive safe, eh?
Will do.
Okay, bye.
Bye now. Bye all.
Gotta go, real life calling. Unfortunately, I won't even be able to try my new TCA right away. I'm gonna have to wait till tonight.
Okay, well, enjoy when you get there.
Surely will. Good night.
George, no, I wasn't trying to dig at you anyway as well. It's just, you know, it is what it is, you know. So I didn't take any offense. I hope you don't take any offense to what I said. It's just, it is what it is, you know. Life sometimes just kind of snookers you, and then you have, you know, salespeople like that you kind of rely on them, you know. And if the idiot had told me, you know, wait 2 days, I would have said fair enough, you know. But he didn't, and we had a bit of a talk about it, and I told him he's an idiot, you know, he wasted my money. And I mean, I lost X-Plane 11 because you can't fly X-Plane 11 on AMD graphics. It's useless. You can't. I mean, I don't even get 19 FPS. So I'm stuck with 12 now, and thank God for Zink, it works. You know, but it's not ideal, and especially for streaming, it really suffers in the streaming as well. The graphics just isn't NVIDIA, and NVIDIA is in a different ballpark completely. Shh, perfect. Yeah, Steve. Shh. Exactly. That is exactly my argument. The guy wanted to get rid of the stock, and he was just too bloody glad that the sucker came along and spent the money on the AMD. You know, there's more stock. Yeah. So, yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. And I've got a family to take care of and other responsibilities. I can't just spend $1,000 willy-nilly on another graphics card, you know, or however much it's going to cost. No, I don't even know what they go for right now. No idea. So I'll upgrade when I've got the chance. I had to buy my son a car. I had to, you know, put a lot of money into all kinds of other things here that we had to get, you know, sorted, like our electricity with all the load shedding where we don't have a lot of electricity during the day. I had to buy the inverters and stuff, and it's expensive, man. It's really, life is expensive here all of a sudden. In the last 2 years, I mean, our currency is going down the tubes and everything is just going up. So priorities, that's what I'm trying to say. It's all about priorities. One day it will be the simulator's turn again.
Nico,
yes.
Where's the livery?
Sorry, Wycliffe, where's the livery? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay. On the first page where you've got your username and password at the top, just below it, it says the base MTL that you have to choose. So you have to choose 738, and then in the next line you get the sub-variants, and then you just go to Skymatix. Just be careful, there are other Sky stuff as well, but Skymatix obviously is our one, and then you just pick that one. I agree, George, and I'm grateful for them bringing and implementing the Zink. If I did not have Zink, if I untick that box now, I get like 18, 19, 20 FPS. It's unusable. It's rubbish. You can't use it. It's just crazy. I can't do nothing with it. And I'm on the latest AMD graphics drivers, and like I say, thank God it works this way. Otherwise, I would have been stuck. Then I would have probably had to bite the bullet and, you know, throw away this card anyway and just get another one. But, you know, so far so good. It works. It's available. It works pretty grand on FS 2020. It's really nice on 2020, and I'm using the DirectX 12 preview in 2020. It's marvelous. I mean, it's good, but in X-Plane, no. Without Zink, no, I would have been dead in the water. Yeah, Steve, I must be honest, I have a lot of friends that invested in the 4090, and now that I've seen what they get with X-Plane, specifically I'm talking X-Plane, okay? I have guys using 2020 as well. They've got a much better return on investment on a 4090. My personal opinion, seeing what they're getting versus what I'm getting with my small little card, that 4090, the money they spent is not worth it. It did not deliver anywhere close to any one of them expected. Not even close. And it's sad, but when I look at buying something, I probably will not even go for a 4070 Ti. I'll just go for a 4070, you know, just to have it. Because again, the difference, the money difference, spending between the 4070 and the 4070 Ti versus the benefit, the 2 FPS that you gain, it's just not worth it. It's just, for me, it's not worth it at all. I understand that, but I've got the 3070, 13,700 whatever K
Ready for shutdown
processor.
procedure.
Alex, so when I say what I say, I look at the balance of it all, you know. It's literally cost versus benefit the whole time, cost versus benefit. And if you balance it all out, you don't need more than a 4070 in my opinion, at least not for what I do. I mean, if there are other guys who need more, kudos to them, enjoy. But from what I've seen, I don't know, man.
My old PC died, and I had a 1080 GTX in it, and I bought a new PC, which was £2,500. I don't know what that works out in rand, and it's got a 4080 in it, and I see frame rates like high 70s. For me, that is an incredible leap. I mean, there was some times I couldn't fly because, you know, threats would drop below 90, and I get kicked off that sim. But now, you know, I see frame rates of 70, 78, 80 in the Zibo mod. If I use the default Cessna, it's like frame rates of 120 in all conditions.
Yeah. Well, look at my frame rates there. I'm pushing 48 constant, okay? So depending on where you look, obviously it's going to drop a little bit. But, I mean, 47, 48 for me is really doable. But the moment I switch the Zink off, you see now it's even gone to 50. The moment I switch Zink off, I'm dead. I can't use it. So, yeah. I've heard a lot of guys talk about the new AMD X3D CPUs. Apparently it's wow. Dimitri, that is one of our friends here on Discord that comes here often, he's got one already and he's just blown away by it. So maybe AMD's time has come. So yeah, that's the short and sweet of it, ladies and gents. I hope you enjoyed the company and the coffee and all the other things that happened. I'm going to retire now for the evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow sometime. If all goes well, we'll be streaming at 800 Zulu as usual. I must just think where to and from. So you guys must have fun. We'll talk again. Enjoy.
See you tomorrow.